Okay, yep, hello, everyone. I'm a little bit late, but, we should be live now. So, yeah, I'm already noticing a lot of people in the chat talking about Fuka. We'll get to her when we get to her, but, first, so how about that SMTV Vengeance reveal? Yeah, how about that? So, okay, I'm probably gonna have some, like, interruptions in my talking about this, because we're gonna have, we're gonna have some story events and the like, but I'll also just say, just getting this out there, I've been feeling a little off these past few days. Like, I don't know, I've just been feeling a little bit weird. It's hard to explain. Like, I've just been feeling a bit weirdly anxious, but, anyway, so... Also, I still love the username Depressed Micaiah ASMR, but anyway, apparently there's something at Polonium Mall. SMTV Vengeance. Okay, so here's the thing. I kind of had a feeling that a re-release was coming. The original felt a little bit... Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm not going to be paying the money for him yet, though. The original felt a little bit, let's just say, unfinished. And yeah, it does kind of suck. Like, it's weird. I didn't feel bad when I was playing, like, I didn't feel bad buying Persona 5 Royal when I already owned original Persona 5, but the thing was, I originally played Persona 5 on PS3, so I kind of needed to buy it for a better console anyway, which is why Royal didn't really bother me that much. But like this, I actually do feel kind of bad, having bought the original. I mean, admittedly, technically I should be playing this, but I do want courage as well. It's a Saturday. Oh, hang on a minute, it's a Saturday. Wait a minute. Okay, firstly, we were supposed to do the rarity thing, I just remembered. But yeah, I usually go to Tartarus night, and Tartarus would be a perfect time to talk about SMTV Vengeance. So this works out pretty well, but firstly, we just need to go ahead and talk to you. But it's like, yeah, so, like, on the one hand, it does make me feel like I'm just like, yeah, Gamble Fortune. No, let's not do Gamble Fortune. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I'm not allowed to enter Tartarus Night because of reasons. Okay, yeah, I think they did mention that last time. So, okay then, let's not do that. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm even allowed to go tomorrow night. It might be, like, plot. Yeah, it's like, I don't regret playing the original because I will say the original SMT5 was a very good game. Like, gameplay-wise, the only thing I would change is... And I'm doing this because I kind of want to get courage up before Fuka joins. But anyway, the only thing I would change about gameplay is I would make it so that levels don't affect the damage formula as much. Because one of my biggest problems with SMT5, one of my only problems with SMT5's gameplay, is that, did I just lose something? I just heard a sound. Hopefully it's fine. Basically, guess who's bored? Oh, it's Yuko. Okay. I think I probably should hang out with her because I don't think I was ready to rank up last time I checked. So let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, so the problem with the damage scaling with level is that when you get to like the very end game, especially if you're going for the true version of the final boss, the true neutral ending, you will generally be like, you need to beat Shiva for that, and you need to be in, like, the level 90s to beat Shiva, and the true final boss and the final bosses of the Empyrean are, like, level 70 to 80. Every single one of the endgame bosses, and I wasn't even going for the true neutral ending, by the way, I was just doing, actually I did lore ending, just because I was curious to see if it was that bad. But, like, all of the final bosses were complete jokes. And they have such cool designs, they all have unique music, they're all great boss fights in theory, and they were a complete joke because the level scaling, it's just like, oh hey, yep, bonk, and then they're just dead. And that was the case of the, like, apparently the Chi-Yus in the final dungeon, you're not supposed to fight them, you're actually supposed to run from them. Nope, not for me. When I fought them, the Chi-Yus were a joke. I just bulldozed all of them, no pun intended, because they're literal bulls. But, like, yeah, I mean, Shiva is meant to be the super boss, and you have to beat him, in order to unlock the true neutral ending. And the true version of Lucifer. And yet, the true version of Lucifer is a complete joke. It's just like, it's so dumb. And that's the one thing about SMT5's gameplay that I would change. Because other than that, I love the world exploration, I love the demons, I love the fusion, the boss fights are great. It has, like, the best demon customization in the whole series, which is really saying something. Like, the Essence Fusion system is pretty much fantastic. Like, I adore Essence Fusion. And, like, the Naobino is a great protagonist. It's, like, everything good about the Demi-Fiend's customization with none of the baggage. Like, they fixed everything bad about the Demi-Fiend, and it's just so fun. Like, it is just such a fun game. Like, it really says something to me that SMT5 was the most fun JRPG I played in a long time, despite its story being non-existent. And here's the thing. See, I already have, if you want to hear my full thoughts on SMT5's story, which still stand, I have a video on my channel on my thoughts on Shin Megami Tensei 5. And in that video, I basically say, I feel like SMT5's story isn't so much bad as it is unfinished. It feels like a very loose outline of something that they really wanted to do, but, like, they just didn't have the time to fully finish it. Yeah, true fusion between human and demon is right. I mean, human and god, actually. Like, the Naobino is such a cool concept. It's like a new demigod just coming into their own, developing their own, like, themselves, and that's why I actually really hate the ending, because, like, you're forced to simp for one of the other ideologies instead of, like, you're a Naobino! You are the one with the right to recreate the world! You should be able to make up your own philosophy, but no, you have to simp for, bland chaos that's somehow chaos for some reason, even though it feels like neutral. Neutral that feels more like chaos, and lore that is good by lore standards, but that's not saying much. Yeah, I'm talking about Shin Megami Tensei 5, so yeah, if you're coming late to this, my general thoughts on the re-release are, I'm glad that it's multi-platform, I'm glad that more people get to experience it. Literally the only thing I would change about the gameplay, is... are we allowed to go to Tartarus tonight? Maybe we are allowed to go to Tartarus tonight. Literally the only thing that I would change about the gameplay is, the level scaling. Like, the way that damage scales according to level. I just always felt like that was just, it's a little bit, it made the final bosses a complete joke, when you were like, just, because you would just bulldoze them with your over-leveledness, and it was just kind of embarrassing, because the final bosses are really cool. But, like, and then, of course, you know, SMT5's story, SMT5's story, again, like, as I was saying, it isn't so much bad as it is, like, non-existent. Like, it feels to me as if, wait, spend time with Mitsuru? Did I just say spend time with Mitsuru? Oh, Mutatsu. Oh, people have unlocked Mutatsu at this point? That's cool. Anyway, sorry to flutter around, but it's kind of a thing with doing a stream. Yeah, I definitely do think, like, the funny thing was, like, people say that, like physical builds on the Naobino were, like, more viable by endgame. I ran Magic Naobino and I was fine. Like, honestly, Magic Naobino is still good. I think any build on Naobino... Actually, I was running an agility-based Naobino, but, like, agility and magic. I kind of regretted that because, like, it turned out that, I'm supposed to do the Rarity Fortune. That agility didn't really affect my evasion rate as much as I thought it would. But, like, okay, so SMT5's story, it just kind of feels like they had a whole lot of, like, plot points that they wanted to, hit, but they didn't know how to get there. So it's like, okay, it's like with Lamu. It's like, we really want to do this thing with Lamu, and you know what really sucks? I cannot even remember the girl's name. you know, the one who's the Panagaea, the one who becomes the goddess. Like, I can't even remember her name. And that should really tell you something. But it's like, we want that to happen, we want that sacrifice to happen, but they didn't really build up attachment to the characters at all. It's just like, first, like, you just see Lamu, and then, like, a couple of hours later, Lamu's killing someone, you're fighting Lamu, and then that happens, and it's like, okay, yeah, that plot point's over. Yeah, kind of happened, right? And then after that, you've got, like, the thing that I do think is personally unforgivable is that they built up the Bethel gods as being really important, and they do not even appear until it's time for them to betray you. It's like, why should I even care about the Bethel gods betraying us when they literally never even showed up before betraying us? It's so dumb. It's just like, why? Okay, so yeah, that was a thing. But then also the characters, yeah, so Gamer Zero has it right here. So one of the characters who gets their own title card and is shown alongside the main cast does literally nothing of substance or plot until an endgame side quest. It's so weird. Like, the only one of the main human cast with anything vaguely resembling a personality or character arc is Dazai, and he's lore, so he doesn't really count. It's just like, and I kind of see what they were trying to... Okay, so someone is kind of comparing SMT5 to Engage. Fire Emblem Engage, I vastly disagree. Vastly disagree. And here's why. Engage's story is fine for, like, a campy, cheesy romp. It's fine for what it is. SMT5 promised a serious story. It promised the story would be the selling point in the trailers. It promised good characters. And that, in me, that hurts so much more. Because, like, Engage never promised a particularly deep story. So, we knew what we were getting into with Engage. And again, I think Engage is fine for what it is. And it's not like, people say, oh, Shin Megami Tensei's never had good stories. SMT 1 and 2 have fantastic stories. Nocturne has great atmosphere. SMT 4 has a great story and really good characters. Like, SMT 4 absolutely nailed the lore and chaos reps. SMT 4 was the first SMT game to actually make me care about the lore and chaos reps and make me feel sad about fighting them. Like, that is really cool. And SMT 5 is just like, it doesn't even really have a story. It's just there. And here's the thing, I don't really mind, because SMT 5's gameplay is so good. But I am hoping that, I mean, I honestly, like, the fact that, like, Vengeance, and I will fight this boss in a moment, I just heard this boss is really hard, so I want to get my tangent out of the way before I fight the boss. So, okay, SMT5, like, Vengeance, you have the choice of the original story, which sounds unchanged, and that does worry me a little bit, because my biggest problem was the original story, and then you got a completely new story, so it kind of feels almost like, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, if you had the choice of doing the Ultra storyline or the original storyline, but I'm guessing that the Vengeance storyline is going to be significantly changed, and, like, the fact they talk about focusing on the Snake God, blah blah blah, that thing, it does worry me a little bit. But anyway, that's what I'll go into for now.
Let's do this.
Oh, Akihiko, you think this is fun? Oh boy, I've heard things about this boss. I probably should equip a new bow and Yukari because she missed a lot last time. Also, hey, thank you, Sophia.
This opponent looks tough. Be on your guard.
The Clairvoyant Relic. Yeah. So apparently this thing is a pain if you are on, AI, because your party members are too dumb to guard against it. But okay, I suppose a Tarunda may help, but apparently this thing, like, just straight up one-shots you. So, yeah, this could be a problem. I did save going into it, though. Clairvoyant, did it say it just scanned weaknesses? Okay. I probably should be paying attention here. Now, I have a pretty good hunch this thing has no weaknesses, but I'll try. Well, you see, I don't really care if a game where you can skip cutscenes is a bad story. I played through SMT5 again after I beat it the first time, and I just skipped the cutscene, and it was totally fine. Like, I still love playing SMT5. It's a really fun experience to me. I just do wish they delivered on what they promised. Yes, it's identifying weaknesses. Multiple of them. I guess Rakunda? Okay. Yeah, guarding negates weaknesses. The problem is, I don't know whose weakness is going to be targeted. I don't think guarding was even in the original Persona 3. Oh, nice crit there, Akihiko. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, it is vulnerable to distress. That's cool. Now Hiho, I love it, yeah. Though I do wish that Lucifrost showed up in more things. Lucifrost is hilarious. Yep, that was a thing. Okay, right. So Yukari just got hit. I'm guessing this means that somebody besides Yukari is gonna get hit next turn. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead, and this healing's not really gonna be enough. Oh, guarding wasn't portable. Yeah, that makes sense. So somebody besides Yukari is gonna guard here. And then hopefully we get, like, Never mind. I probably should be guarding the MC. Okay, Buffalo, I'm guessing Akihiko's gonna... Nope, he's okay, he's good. Right, so now, Yukari is... It's probably gonna cycle. So I think Yukari is fine to attack here. Okay, I will admit that, somebody, like, actually Bubble Tea kind of spoiled this boss for me. I'm guessing Junpei's getting hit next, so I'm gonna have him guard, and we'll see. Also, its distress is gone. Akihiko just got hit. I'm gonna reapply the Tarunda, because that's about to wear off. Vengeance is the re-release of Shin Megami Tensei 5. Yep, it was going to do it. Okay, so now it's probably gonna go for, protagonist. I could be wrong about this, but I'm gonna try. Appreciate it. I mean, I'm glad to see people who do like SMT5 story. It's got its moments, and, like, again, I love the idea behind the atmosphere, and, like, the idea of the Nahobino, like, conceptually. I just kind of wish that it did things better. I still wish that, you know, Odin, Zeus, and you know, Vasuki. Oh, it went for Yukari. Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess it cycles between the other party members. Right, but you are distressed, so maybe I can crit you. There we go! Yeah, the interesting thing about it is, like, I'd almost prefer if it was like SMT4 Apocalypse, where like Apocalypse was supposed to be a re-release, but it turned out to be a totally new game, and I think that was very much to its benefit. Although SMT4's Apocalypse's story was kind of meh, but apparently Apocalypse did have some of the best gameplay in the whole franchise, and that alone definitely is definitely makes it worth it. Oh, don't worry, the white mage is back up again. Call the medic! Oh, wait, I am a medic. Oh, wait, the medic was the one who went down. Oh, that's a little scary. I mean, we were getting one-shotted by our weaknesses anyway. Oh, and now here's the classic navigator saying, so-and-so's defense has been lowered. Oh, your other party member's defense has been lowered. Oh, someone else's defense has been lowered. And repeat that over and over. So it went for Marakunda. I don't really know who's getting hit next. I'm gonna guard Junpei, just to be safe. I'm gonna guard... Should I guard myself or not? I'm just gonna guard myself just to be case. Yeah, SMT5 Odin is really cool. I mean, Odin's cool in basically everything. Akihiko, okay, right.
I have to do this.
Let's try Medea. Yeah, I would like to see a port or re-release of SMT4 and Apocalypse, because both of those are pretty good games. Like I've said, SMT, I think I want to debuff it again. SMT4 Apocalypse does have some of like the best gameplay in the series from what I've heard, and SMT4 Original has, in my opinion, one of the best stories in the series. Okay, so it should go back to Yukari this turn. Yeah, and I really hope Odin's new design becomes the standard. I'd love to see Odin's new design in a Persona game. In fact, Odin's in this game, but I think, but I highly doubt it will have the new design. Yeah, a lot of the DS SMT games didn't get released in many regions, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, there was always a thing about that. Oh, hang on a minute. I just realized something dumb. My laptop is not actually plugged in. That was almost really dumb. With this opponent, I should charge my laptop. That... Just hang on a minute while I... Okay, there we go. There we go. Right, that was almost really bad.
Pull the trigger.
And now I've lost who was being targeted. I think it's... I've completely lost track of who was going up next, so I really hope that I don't... I guarded Junpei, right? I think I guarded Junpei. I guess I'm gonna guard Junpei again.
Who's next?
Well, we're no longer debuffed, at least. Yeah, Odin's new design was a thing in 4 Apocalypse. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, great. Crit right now. I don't know if I'll kill it with this, but if I do kill it, yeah. Yeah, a lot of aspects of it. Yes, okay, I beat it first try. That's kind of amazing. And multi-level up, nice. I have heard things. I have heard things about you know, about the next full moon boss. Also, how has Merciless treated me? Phantom Mages and the Priestess boss have been pretty brutal. Also, yeah, this is nerfed counter. So in the original Persona 3, I believe counter was like 20%, counter strike was like 30%, and I know that high counter was 50%. They've nerfed it now, I think, back to like Persona 4 levels, so counter is 10%, counter strike is 15%, and high counter is 20%. And then high counter being 50% was hilariously broken, so I get they, wow, shock boost this early? That's cool, but shock got nerfed, so maybe not as cool. But yeah, that's insane. And we have Mitsuru's navigation skills starting to break up. Yeah, honestly, Merciless is pretty fun in this game. It's way better than Merciless in Persona 5, where it just makes the game easier for some reason. Yeah, high counter is 20% now. Yeah, counters are more useful in this game because you need multiple skills to repel physical in this one. Like, there are 3 physical elements. Yeah, high counter was almost mandatory for Elizabeth in the original. Yes, if only we could recruit a better navigator. If only. Oh no, Mitsuru has internet issues. Mitsuru has Australian internet, well, at least until it got NBN. Yeah, I'd never be able to stream if it weren't for the fact that we got the National Broadband Network here. Apparently I'm supposed to check what Akihiko learns next, so I'm gonna try that now. Tsukukaja. That's fine. But I'm gonna go back and save. I was about to say go back and heal, but I'm thinking Persona 5 Strikers. This is not Strikers. This is the game that is a lot more stingy with healing. Yeah, at least on my end, the stream looks a little bit less jerky, so I think my laptop was instinctively going a bit bad due to the battery. So, okay, yeah, now that it's plugged in, got this, I can go ahead and save. High counter will cause Elizabeth to kill you. That wasn't in the original game. I know that she let you use counter in the original, and that was probably a bad idea, because in the original, she did way more damage to herself with high counter than you could ever do to her. Yeah, so the NBN is like a project that Australia actually did. It took them like 3 governments to finally finish it, because our governments just suck and don't know about technology. But yeah, we actually do have National Broadband Network, and we have okay internet now. I actually don't know how Merciless works in this game. I think it raises damage and, like, makes you take more damage, and it makes... I'm not actually sure. Oh, a tuxedo, huh? Yes! Yes! There are non-DLC costumes in this game? Oh, I love you, Atlas. Thank you. I have wanted costumes that were not DLC ever since Persona 4 Golden. Thank you, Atlas. So yeah, the tuxedo is Junpei only. Well, it fits. Yeah, confirmation that Junpei is the best boy. And he has a top hat, that's even better. Yeah, I'm exaggerating with, you know, it took 3 governments, but, yeah, it took a while. It was bad. And one of the governments scrapped the entire previous NBN process and started again, which is entirely stupid. Like, incredibly stupid. No, I'm pretty sure I saved. Oh, no, I didn't, okay. Thank you for reminding me. I mean, yes, I know these characters look wrong without the Caesar outfits, but one of the things that I liked about the original was there were armors that changed your appearance, and I'm glad that they've kept that. Like, that's really cool. I just felt like it just, I don't know, it just kind of sucked to me when it's just like, oh, hey, if you want more costumes on your party members, well, they're all paid DLC now that cost more than the full price of the game.
Is this?
Yeah. Oh, okay, we're done. Already. That's kind of sad, honestly. At least we can turn that request into Elizabeth. Kirijo's Ergo Research Lab is setting up a facility on this island. It doesn't make any sense. Even a rank-and-file researcher like me can tell. What is about to take place on this island? Well, we'll find out later on. So that activates, and this is a barrier. And we don't have Lloyd to get over it.
In that case...
Fashion is the best part about video games. But yeah, honestly, I've never minded day 1 DLC. Where I do have a problem is when cosmetic DLC costs more than the price of the game, which is why I didn't buy any of like Yoshizawa's DLC outfits in my Persona 5 Let's Play. I just felt like it wasn't worth it, and then they made them free when I finished playing the game anyway. Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. But, anyway, I think I am still going to do a little bit